Michael Moore knew who was guilty and knew who to blame.
In the film, Moore states that the Saudis are connected to the Bushes via the Carlyle Group. And what Moore doesn't tell you is the biggest link that he's referring to is actually a company that was sold by Carlyle Group in 1998, and that was before George Bush Sr. joined the board of Carlyle Group. Moore's strongest point is simply invalid. It's interesting to note that a fairly proportionate number of Democrats work with Carlyle as Republicans.
The Carlyle Group, mostly Democrats in the Carlyle Group. They also have a stake in Lowe's theater chain. I wonder if any of his films ever played there, and he can make the connection there. Moore suggests that the Bush family and friends have made millions from this secret Republican money machine. Look who else is making millions with Carlyle. Arthur Levitt, Clinton's former chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Carlyle's senior advisor, Mac McLarty, Bill Clinton's former White House chief of staff. William Kennard, Clinton's chairman of the Federal Communications Commission.
If Moore wants to spin a conspiracy theory off Bush's connection to the Carlyle Group and that connection to the bin Laden family, he's got a bigger problem, because the fellow whose investments really put the Carlyle Group on the map invested, in fact, $100 million in it at the startup, was a fellow named George Soros. Using Moore's own method of analysis, and I might add better evidence than he has, we can link the bin Ladens in this conspiracy theory to George Soros, John Kerry, MoveOn.org, and ultimately Michael Moore himself.
Michael Moore questioned how after 19 Saudis murdered 3,000 Americans, the president could spirit bin Laden relatives out of the country just hours after the tragedy.
He presents the false impression that the Saudis were allowed to leave the United States while air travel was closed to the public. That's absolutely false.
Reading directly from the report, first, we found no evidence that any flights of Saudi nationals, domestic or international, took place before the reopening of national airspace on the morning of September 13th.
Only after air travel was open to the general public, and only after they had been checked out to the satisfaction of the FBI.